My name is Emily Hart. I'm 25 years old, and I used to believe in fairy tales. I thought love was the safest place in the world, the one thing that could never hurt you. But I was wrong. Very wrong. Before I take you into my story, let me tell you. If you love emotional stories filled with suspense and shocking twists, then hit that subscribe button right now, because this story is one you'll never forget. I met Ryan 2 years ago on a rainy evening in Seattle. I was rushing home from work. My umbrella had broken, and he offered me his. That moment felt like something out of a movie. His smile was warm, his voice calming, and when he said, "You shouldn't walk alone in the rain," my heart skipped a beat. Within weeks, we were inseparable. Ryan was charming, attentive, and made me feel like the most important woman in the world. He brought me flowers, remembered every little detail about me, and whispered promises of forever into my ears. For the first time in my life, I felt safe in someone's love. When he proposed to me at the lakeside, with fairy lights glowing in the night and soft music playing in the background, I said yes without hesitation. I thought I had found my soulmate, my forever. But forever has a way of shattering when secrets are buried beneath smiles. At first, it was little things. Phone calls he wouldn't answer in front of me, sudden late nights at work, messages he claimed were from colleagues but deleted too quickly. My heart wanted to trust him, but my mind whispered otherwise. One evening, as he was in the shower, his phone lit up on the table. The message preview read, "I can't stop thinking about last night. When will I see you again?" My hands trembled, my breath caught in my throat. I wanted to believe it was a mistake, a wrong number. But deep down I knew. I didn't confront him right away. Instead I watched. And the more I watched, the more the cracks in our perfect love began to show. His lies grew bigger, his excuses weaker. The man who once called me his everything now looked at me with guilt hidden in his eyes. Then came the night that changed everything. I followed him. I know it sounds desperate, maybe even foolish, but I needed the truth. My heart deserved the truth. He drove across town, parked near a cafe, and there she was, a woman with long blonde hair, waiting for him. The way they hugged, the way his face lit up. It was the same way he used to look at me. Tears blurred my vision, but I forced myself to watch. Betrayal cuts deeper when it's dressed as love. And in that moment, the fairy tale ended, and reality stabbed me like a knife. I wanted to scream, to confront him right then and there. But I walked away silently, my heart breaking with every step. The next morning, I looked at him as he sat across the table, sipping coffee like nothing had happened. How could he betray me so easily? How could he smile, knowing he had destroyed the woman who trusted him with everything? When I confronted him, His face turned pale. At first he denied it, but when I showed him the messages, the pictures I had taken, he broke down. His words were full of apologies, excuses, promises. It was a mistake, Emily. She means nothing. You're the one I love. But tell me, how can a mistake last for months? How can betrayal feel so deliberate? I left him that night. My hands shook as I packed my bags, my tears falling onto every dress, every book, every memory of us. He begged me to stay, to forgive him. But sometimes love isn't enough to heal betrayal. In the weeks that followed, I felt empty, broken, like a ghost of the woman I once was. Friends told me to move on, to forget him. But how do you forget the man who made you believe in forever, only to turn it into ashes? Yet, pain has a strange way of shaping strength. Slowly, I rebuilt myself. I focused on my career, my passions, my dreams. I learned that love doesn't define your worth. Betrayal doesn't erase your value. Months later, I saw Ryan again, standing outside the same cafe where my heart had shattered. But this time, something was different. His face was tired, his eyes hollow. The woman he betrayed me for had left him, and he was alone. He looked at me, almost reaching out, but I walked past him without a word. For once, the silence was my victory, because betrayal had turned me into someone stronger. I wasn't the broken girl who cried herself to sleep anymore. I was the woman who survived. And if there's one thing I learned from this story, it's that sometimes the people we love the most are the very ones who can hurt us the deepest. But betrayal is not the end. It's the beginning of discovering your own strength. So when you ask me if I still believe in love, the answer is yes. But now I believe in a love that values honesty, a love that protects instead of destroys. And until that love finds me, I will walk with my head held high, proud of the woman I became after the storm.